Finally, I finished this video. Man, it's been such a long hiatus since that Sun Kill Moon video. Really can't disappoint my fans now. What's next on the list? Essex Files Episode 3, review on that audio equipment that Envy and Melon bought me, Twitch streaming consistently, Beppo Craft, Drain Gang video, that other collab, oh shit. I promised a lot, huh?
Bruh.
Well, that's no problem, I'll just get right to it, I guess. But first, time to chill and vibe out with my favorite snack. Some Vicodin with a garnish of hydrocodone.
Has to be a joke. I cannot believe this is happening. I'm literally about to fucking kill myself and I'm not kidding.
Oh man, no fucking water. Well, at least I have this Everclear. I'm sure just using it to wash this down won't hurt. I've always considered myself a well-educated man. I knew what I was getting into. I knew the lifestyle that I was leading, the path that I chose to follow. I had it under control. But I suppose I've deluded myself. I was nothing more than a slave to my vices, a delusional puppet who thought he held the strings. Contrary to popular belief, you don't die when your heart stops. You die when the world begins anew without you, when your closest allies are forced to continue along the trail that is the mortal coil, when the autumn leaves fall and obscure the headstone denoting your title, when the maggots and voles burrow through your skull, and the memories you held so dear are torn into shreds by a voracious scavenger digesting your remains. What are you if not for your place in this world?
We still gotta bring Beppo back. There's no way we can continue this season with this pseudo-lectual monologuing. We're probably scaring away the people who actually come for the music reviews.
Vicodin Hydrocodone by
Medikaru
is one of the most hard-hitting and depressing underground albums that I've come across. Without a single word or explanation, this artist is able to paint a melancholic picture that I hope to never meet in my lifetime. The language of this album comes through its ambient noise, coupled with its slow-moving, soulful piano melodies. But before I get any further into this, I'd like to say thank you, Amari, for recommending this hidden gem. Legitimately, it's my favorite thing on Vapor Memory thus far, and stands out from most other music that I've reviewed on this channel.
It's the Triple Bapple Super Show.
First, I suppose I should address the elephant in the room directly. This album is the story of a person confined to a hospital bed, struggling with some sort of debilitating ailment. Similar to myself right now, canonically, this patient is left with nothing more than their immediate surroundings and their internal dialogue. The description of this album is nothing more than, quote, "There must be an escape from this life trapped in a hospital bed. The sun shines." And if that wasn't enough for you, the tracks are titled Medicine Doesn't Make Me Happier. Yeah, it's pretty on the nose, if you couldn't tell, so I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. Through the non-instrument sounds of this album, there's a clear picture of this person's perspective, and the world around them within that perspective. These sounds first include the chatter of the medical staff and the beeping of the heart monitor, and slowly progress into sounds like the cool night wind against the room window, rainfall, hell, dude, even a bird outside chirping. You're gonna think I sound crazy for saying this, but it's absolutely heartbreaking. You can see through the progression of these sounds where the person's perspective is shifting. At first, to the newfound hospital environment, focusing on the hustle and bustle of those supposed to give him a chance. And then, as he realizes the hopelessness of his situation, the simple things that he once took for granted, the small facets of life present just outside of his reach. And that's definitely not all this album has to offer. The centerpiece of this work has to do with the beautiful solo piano melodies that are sampled, which symbolize the internal dialogue of our protagonist. The song's piano chords begin somber, delicate, fragile, hurt at the realization of their dire situation. And then they build into a sorrowful melody that couples with the heart monitor to paint a truly tragic scenario. The second song's melody is one of the most memorable to me, and feels like a recollection of this person's past experiences, memories, and regrets. Oh, but the third? The third is where the protagonist begins to lose hope of returning to normalcy. This melody is significantly slower than the others, and coupled with the sound of nothing but the cool night air, shows the protagonist completely alone, simply existing, with nothing but his thoughts. The fourth song's piano feels truly like a cry. Not a cry for help, not a cry for attention, a cry into the void. A cry emitted with the sole purpose of lamenting one's situation. A cry with no intended audience. Yet through this piano, it sounds blissful, cathartic, a thing of beauty amongst the pouring rain. The final song, which is introduced with the first true moment of silence in the entire album, has no ambience in the background. There's nothing aside from the piano. And I think that's significant. That's definitely an intentional move. Whether it symbolizes death, brain death, complete sedation, or surrender to hopelessness, that's all up to you. It's a melody comprised mainly of single keys and is played slowly with irregular intervals, as though the pianist is struggling to get the song out, as though they're losing strength with every note until the album ends. It just ends. Not even in a satisfying or profound way. It literally just ends. And that's the best way it could have gone in my eyes. This album manages to pack a great amount of substance in its short 19 minutes. Simultaneously, it's able to induce a feeling of tranquility and sorrow. The melancholy that this work describes is one which I hope to never truly or fully grasp within my lifetime. However, it's still painfully relatable in many aspects. All in all, this album is one of the hidden gems of the internet. Definitely one of the best I've heard on Vapor Memory, that's for sure. Thanks for the rec again, Amari. I give this album a solid 8.8 out of 10 on the epic scale. Listen, I might be a little more brain dead in this episode than usual, but I can still appreciate good music. So let's see where this Medikaru is at. SoundCloud deleted. Other links haven't been updated since 2016. No new music released since 5 years ago, also in 2016. Alright. So it's either an alias of another BLCR Records producer, or... Wait. BLCR? BLCR Labs? BLCR Labs? It's a very niche and synthetic subgenre, Death Dream.
subscribe to make me feel better about my regrets.
Oh my god, I just reviewed Death Dream.
瓦蓝蓝的天上飞老冷，我在东北眺望北京，侧耳倾听是母亲的声，望眼欲穿从山峻岭。